let's talk about the upgrades to Wolfie. So let's take a closer look at this car. We have here a new improved front part of this car, this front body damper. And previously what I did was I used the car catcher material to kind of like find its way underneath the carbon plates, and I had fabricated the entire body damper using car catcher material, which is a very awesome thing to do, I must say, because it shows a lot of creativity to do it that way. However, a lot more people are more familiar with like this kind of way, which is a more traditional body damper. So here I have carbon plates that are resting on these two posts right here. And yeah, you'll see right here, there's a little bit of leeway from the top part to where it rests on the post. And I have these little rubber pipes to stop this from flying off of the car. So here on the front we also have a pivot. So it's a single pivot, as you see. And when we also lift the body damper, it's a good amount of lift. So not only does it go here, but it also goes beyond there. So as you see, it's a pretty good amount of lift. Now, let me just talk about this for a moment. I have a skid roller in the front. I have right here this car catcher material that prevents the skid plate from basically flying off the car. So yeah, before it was just held with tape, and then I put this car catcher material under here to kind of reinforce it, and also add a new pad for any sort of braking that I might have on here. So yeah, in general, if you're using a skid roller, you don't need any front brakes. But here, the skid roller allows this car to basically come off of jumps better. And these bearings right here act as rollers. And so this will come off of a jump and hopefully land more appropriately on the track. So supposedly this can deal better with jumps. Where it doesn't seem to handle very well is on very sharp turns, and I'm working on that. My previous entry actually worked a lot better with turns, with very sharp turns. But I think that's because of the way I redesigned the back of this. The back of this before was a stiff back, it didn't move at all, and now I've added, my Flexi-Plate, but it's a new improved Flexi-Plate. It's like Flexi-Plate 4.0, in which now we can see that it tilts forward, it tilts up, it's an independent suspension, and by that I mean each of these moves independently for added versatility, and now it doesn't tilt back anymore. So as you see here, this post here is blocking this mechanism from tilting up to have a negative angle. So there's no negative angle now. I mean, there's the slightest negative angle, but it's like negligible. So yeah, very, very cool. And I have weights in the back. I removed the weights in the front because, well, we've got the body damping system right here, so you really don't need weights in the front. So there you go. And these here are spray painted blue, and yeah, I just wanted everything to be more consistent throughout, color-wise. So having gold dampers would be kind of like, yeah, that wouldn't look too nice. Problem with using spray paint is, of course, it chips, so you have to keep re-spray painting every now and again. So here we have front rollers, and these are different from what I had before. And this doesn't roll as well as it should, so I have to replace this. So here, as you see, I color coordinated everything with these stabilizers. And yeah, this is a mainstay though. These have been kept from the original design. So yeah, these are, what was it? I think these are Mad Tang's rollers. And yeah, they are, one of them is very smooth. Oh, that one's very smooth right there. This one's kind of smooth. The bottom ones, they spin pretty much freely, but I think they're just getting older, so I have to replace the bearings inside them. So yeah, very, very cool. And as you see here, the same chassis. This chassis broke many times, and so I had to remake this chassis here. It's a VS chassis. I took off the wings, as you see, and I also cut out this part here to reduce weight even further, and also for easy access to the battery. So now I can just push the batteries through like this. I mean, I did that before in the previous models as well. I could push the batteries through, and yeah, it'll be much easier to remove the batteries. Not that they were hard to remove to begin with, but yeah, I think it was more of a problem in the older design than this newer design. And this is a 4:1 gear ratio in here. I'll show you. Yes, with hollow shaft, propeller shaft, and yeah, hyperdash motor in here right now. So yeah, it seems to work well with hyperdash. Anything beyond this, like I had power dash in here before, and as many of you have seen the previous generations of this car, like I had Tony Papagna like comment that this was a really fast car, so that was pretty cool. And let's see, other things? Oh yeah, so this is basically a mainstay of the older system, and I think I should have flipped this plate around the other way. But yeah, it's fine as it is. So yeah, you basically want to make sure that nothing snags on the edge of a track. And so I think with these kinds of, what do they call them, dish rollers, the bottom dish rollers, I think that should be fine. And here, this also shouldn't hang off of the track much at all. So yeah, very, very cool. So what else can I say about this? I think those are the major changes that I made from the previous version to this version right here. And I'll have to say that I do like this, my Flexi-Plate. It's worked well for me in the past on many races, especially on those combo 3-lane to 5-lane tracks that Hobbytown has. So I have yet to try this significantly at a recent Hobbytown event. I have to go to more Hobbytown events to try them. But yeah, on a 5-lane, mostly 5-lane track, it seems to not fare as well. And yeah, 3-lane tracks, I've never had much of an issue with my open class cars. So yeah, it's the combination of 3-lane and 5-lane tracks that I really like at Hobbytown because they pose a much greater challenge than a lot of other tracks out there. So pretty cool, pretty cool. So the weight of this car, this was one of the lighter cars, I think, and at one point it was like 105 grams. Actually, this is Wolfie version 7. 118 grams. Pretty cool, yeah. So, yeah, it's very light, and it's very fast. And, yeah, what did I get? The last time I raced this, I was bronze in open class at Hobbytown, but this was back in 2023, so that was like a while ago. And so, yeah, it's been a while since I raced this one. And I've just had other cars to work with since then. And I think that's why that's like, I put this on the back burner. I have like my MS suspension cars that I've been concentrating on recently and kind of like not racing single shaft cars, even though I should race more of them since that's what I started with. My whole point in doing single shaft cars, non-suspension, was to prove that they could be just as fast as MS suspension cars. And I think I've proven that. And I think with the proliferation of racers who use single shaft cars at the Japan Cup in recent times, I think that's proof that a single shaft car without any suspensions can be just as formidable as MS suspension cars. So I'm pretty glad about that. And yeah, it just goes to show you that all the trickery that you have inside of a car does not matter if you don't have speed and stability and all those factors that make a car what it is. So remember that the MS suspension, that's just one tool. And if you build your car around that appropriately, you'll have a very formidable car. But if you don't have a suspension car, if you're using single shaft like this, then you have to make adjustments so that your car has the necessary tools to be able to be formidable on its own. And chances are, MS suspension cars, a single shaft car, you probably, as a beginner to intermediate, will have a very tough time against an MS suspension car. But over time, as you add more of your own personal creativity to your car, your single shaft car can be just as formidable as an MS suspension car. And I think I've proven that time and time again in racing against them. And even if you come in second place against an MS suspension car, think about it. Your single shaft car went toe-to-toe against an MS suspension car. And that's something to be said. It's very, very cool. It's like Rocky versus Apollo Creed, going toe-to-toe against the best in the world. So that's very, very cool. So yes, with all of the upgrades, Wolfie is an even more formidable racing car. So everybody, if you like this video, please slam the like button, subscribe to my channel. You'll see more videos just like this one. Until next time, everybody, see you. Bye.